Welcome back. As half the radio duo Kevin and Liz. You remember Kevin and Liz. We've all shared many mornings with our next guest, Liz Delany. Very good to see you.
Thank you, and can I add that I was the prettier half?
I'm sure
okay?
Kevin would
okay
agree. Absolutely. You've got a brand new role in our community, and one that you're loving, Liz, and that's great.
I am, Joy, and thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here in my new role. I have taken on the role of Director of Marketing and Development for NAMI, and for those of you who are not familiar, NAMI stands for the National Alliance on Mental Illness.
Right.
And I had been a board member at NAMI for many years, and I really believed in what they were doing, and I know how much good they're doing here in the community. So they approached me when I left radio. They approached me and said, well, would you be willing to? I said, well, I'm not smart enough, but I'll try.
Yes,
at any rate,
you are.
The bottom line is it is a great environment because the philosophy at NAMI, at the organization, is that anyone that is involved or employed by NAMI has to themselves be living with one form of mental illness or another.
Wow. Right.
So as you can imagine, I'm right at home.
Well, you've never been shy to share
No.
what anything really has to do with your personal life.
Right.
So give us just a little bit of an idea of your background and what you've been
Yes,
through.
thank you. Yeah, and that was one thing that I really loved about being on the radio was sharing the things that I had been through in life, and by doing that, hopefully maybe helping someone else going through the same exact thing. But it really came to a head after Robin Williams had passed away.
Oh, yeah.
And he and I had the same birth date, so I always felt sort of a kinship to him. And when he died, I finally thought, you know what, I've got to come clean. I've got to come out and tell everybody what I deal with every day. And so I openly admitted that I had been living with chronic depression since I was a teen. And I started treatment and medication when I was 30. Life got much better when that happened. And I've been living a, normal, productive life.
Absolutely.
But like everyone, an illness can rear its ugly head at times. And that's one of the things that I want to help with the stigma of calling your boss and saying, instead of, I've got a sore throat, I'm having a mental health issue.
Yeah.
And I need to take the day off.
Being very honest, yeah.
And not be pigeonholed or, I don't want anyone thinking, well, okay, she's not really all there, be careful with her. Because that's not the truth.
Sure.
The truth is, I live with that. I also live with diabetes.
Yeah.
And if I were to have a diabetic episode, you would give me the kind of care.
Nobody would think a thing.
Yeah.
Right. But since it's a mental health issue, and it's really not anybody's fault.
Sure.
It's the way we labeled it in the beginning.
Yeah.
And we're slowly taking away that stigma. But so many employers and business owners are not prepared.
Yeah.
And again, through no fault of their own, they haven't been trained.
Right. Now, I think it's getting better. Am I right about that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We're making progress.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. Just me in 2014 coming out and saying, yes, I live with, mental health issues. That was a big step.
Yeah.
So I think we are making a lot of progress, but we've still got a long way to go.
What is your exact title over there? What do you do? What's your
Well,
role?
it's very fancy, Joy. It's director.
Phil's a business card. I understand.
Director,
Proud of you.
Director of Marketing and Development.
Wow.
So
Awesome.
Very cool.
my major job is to talk about it until I'm blue in the face, and to go out and beg for as much money as I can.
Right.
We've got a brand new building at Boonville and Chestnut. It is
Okay.
beautiful.
Very cool.
We've got the Hope Center. We've got a drop-in center. We've got a warm line for anybody that's needing to talk to somebody.
Love it.
And our website, obviously, will give you all of that information. If you're interested, it's NAMISouthwestMO.com. So it's NAMISWMO.org. I said com before, but it's org.
It's org. That's
obviously.
okay.
And
So-
there are resources there. We've
Yeah.
got great support groups and all kinds of things.
Well, if someone were to have an issue and, a lot of people really feel like they know you, and they kind of do, but when they can talk with someone who's been there, done that,
Absolutely.
still deals with it. It makes all the difference, doesn't
Up
it?
here, somebody that
Yeah.
can say, I've been there. I know exactly how you're feeling right now. The good news is tomorrow's going to be a different day. And right now, we're going to focus on working you through
For
whatever
sure.
acute problem you're having right now.
Man, it's good to see you. All right.
See you too,
I know.
Thank you so much, guys, both of you, for
Absolutely.
having me.
Great to see you. Come back again.
Anytime,
and
Liz,
update
anytime.
us. Yeah,
Yeah.
of what's
All right.
going on.
Be careful what you
NAMISWMO.org. All right, up next, you've heard of a condominium, but have you heard of a barn-dominium?
We're going to learn more about that right after the break.